Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So the battery is in the car, it is secured, and it is ready to go. Now the next thing on my list is the body harness. Last night, I spent the whole day, I'm talking about hours from the morning till very, very late at night, working on the harness, and I finally completed it, guys. I am so excited. You know, just probably a couple months ago, I had did this whole series, and it was like a full breakdown of taking it out of the Supra, going over everything, doing a process of elimination of what I'm going to strip from the harness, what I'm going to keep, if it's even salvageable. And for the most part, it was. Let me show it to you guys, and then I'll give you a little breakdown. Let's go. I know it looks a mess, but we are getting somewhere with all this going on. So I finally calculated the last couple adjustments that I needed to make from this main fuse box over here, since this is all the extended wires from that. And then this itself is the harness that goes in the front end of the car. And now I calculated everything. I'm about to rewire the EA1, the EA2. And I know it looks so crazy in here, but right after I do the EA1, the EA2, I'm gonna rewrap everything, and everything's gonna look nice, clean, and back to how it should. I really like this material. I think it's so much easier to work with than regular electrical tape. You can see why a lot of people end up going with this stuff. Pretty soft, sturdy, and not super sticky. It ends up looking really great. So far this is how it's coming out. I have everything laid out to its original style from when I took it out of the car. It was just straight wire last night. It's literally a project within a project. If you guys care to see the rest of the series, because technically this is gonna be part final, the last video of the series. I will leave it down in the description below. I did notice something while I was working on this last night. So this is the EFI main, and then the EFI relay number 2 right down below. These are the electronic fuel injection relays that control the entire stock fuel setup in the MK4 Supra. And these over here in the middle go to their corresponding connectors, like the EA1, the EA2, the 30 amp, the 40 amp. And this right over here is the orange and blue wire that runs into the trunk, into the OEM connector, goes into the factory fuel pump ECU. And that's the same wire that the other Supra owners tap into to serve as the 12-volt trigger wire for the aftermarket relay for the aftermarket fuel pump. Now in this case, I can actually use this wire directly from the fuse box itself, since I'm gonna have the relay like right next to it, and I can just wire it in directly, and I can have that serve as my 12-volt trigger wire. I realized the fuel delivery and the computer are aftermarket, so I don't even think I'm gonna need any of these wires here or the relays itself. That was part of the PDM research that I was doing to see like how everything even gets wired into that. And it's a separate system, of course, to this, but it is like the same understanding of like how everything gets a relay and how everything is wired. Now I haven't even got that deep into the studies just to even make the decision like if I'm gonna keep that or not. So I'm just gonna keep it there just in case, you know, that's gonna be for a later time, and then I'll probably do a better explanation of it once I figure that out. There we go. Look at that. That looks good. I lost all my nails already. It's always the back and forth work that gets me every time. So these 3 over here are the dedicated ground wires. And I was thinking of routing it this way, where it goes underneath here, it comes down here, and then I can bolt it either here or here. But yeah, it'll look pretty good like that, and then it comes this way, and then it'll bolt here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for the ground, and it's gonna be a good length. I might even trim it a bit, just a little bit. Probably like up to here to where the label's at, like that. Okay, that looks good. And then we have this light is for the side marker in the front bumper, which is that space that you see there. So that would go here like that. It's gonna come up here. It's all gonna be like up there, up there, up there, all there. And this would come. How much length do we need? Let's see. Oh yeah, it'll look good like that. They're gonna be bolted up here anyways, like that. And then this, we can just have it come up here. It'll just go along the front bumper like that. All right. Yeah, so it would come out like this, because this is where the AC hard lines come out of. So it would run down this way, and built into the hard line is the connector. The male connector, and then there would be a female connector here. And this is the wheel speed sensor that connects in there. So we already have that there. This can just go along underneath. Very awkward position. But yeah, that's how it looks. So we have these three here. So these will go here, and then they connect into this. Of course, I am running aftermarket LED lights. So we'll keep that like that. Got a great idea, and I don't know why I didn't think about this before, but I've seen this on the floor. Right, this little ground strap from somewhere. I don't even know from where. But check what's at the end of it. One of those quick disconnect terminals. And I think this is the way to go to finish connecting the rest of the harness. Brake master switch, check. Pretty much this is where all the rest of the wiring is going to come in through that way. Not only did these connectors have to be extended on this side, but also the other side. And I think I finally got it. The other side fits well. We're going to do a last check on this side and see if it fits all together. Okay. All right, guys. So they all fit. I know they are cut at different lengths, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. Yep, I'm gonna go back to solid crimps because these are just not working out, guys. Like, look at how they're grabbing. And I'm just not sure if it's the terminal themselves because the female terminals are doing great. So these male terminals are just the only ones that aren't crimping. I don't know if it's the terminals themselves or if it's the crimper. The crimper is from China, but just look how at the end of the fins from the spade, you see how it's just like not grabbing. Fuse block, wires, and all. And now let's get this crimped to the front. Oh man, I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous. But I double and triple checked everything. Very important. The fuse block is in. I did organize the wires so it is as close to the floorboard and the door pillar as possible. We got you out of here. Can you Grommet here. I'm gonna print out a new Grommet for that side. If for some reason I don't like it, which I doubt it, I mean, I'm just gonna go visit the junkyard. What day? Alright, so I want to show you guys what it looks like before I seal it up completely. This will be the before clip of it just being finally finished. Now we do have my 2 trigger wires right here that are gonna come out of the outlet of the fuse box right there. Yep, and I started sealing it from that point and then on. It goes all the way through. I was happy to know that it actually does fit in between the space right here. So I'm happy about that. I might even print out a different type of clamp for this just so they both fit snug, but I mean it fits literally like very well on its own. Look at that. Fits very well. I'm excited. Yep, so it's gonna come down through this way and it's gonna come out through this hole right here. I'm gonna bolt this so it's gonna just lead in through that way. And then this is how I have this part sectioned off. So we have the new EA1 and EA2 wires here. This is the EA1 and the EA2 wires that come from the fuse box, and then the rest of the harness here. So I'm gonna connect these here and then just loom it that way. And then we have all of the rest of the 1BIB connectors that come through that way, and then they're gonna come in through back into the hole, connect through the junction block, and yep, this is how it's looking. Would you look at that? Check it out, guys. So it's a little propped up. I'm actually waiting for new hardware to come in so I can finally bolt that fuse block down into the housing. So it's gonna stay like that, but it is very sturdy. Check this out. It makes no noise, but we'll definitely test that out at the track. And then these are the trigger wires for the relay. And then I also ordered some new clamps that are going to clamp this down like right next to the main battery cable. And it fits. Look. I don't know if I already mentioned that, but it fits. And that's how I'm routing it. And yeah, I know there's like a piece that's gonna stick out like that, but I am not fearing it. I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, I know it looks like it's in the way of the clutch, but it's gonna be fine. It is gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure the carpet covers that, so not to fear, and I'm not gonna worry about it. So it's just gonna stay like that. And then those wires there go to the IB1 and then the IB3, so they just get wired in directly. It was a lot of work, guys, and it was worth all of the back and forth headaches, delays, setbacks that I put into getting this harness finally completed and permanently placed inside the build. It's not going anywhere. And of course, now I know what changes I'll ever make in the future if I make something nicer or if I go with a PDM system. But for the most part, I think it came out professionally done, okay? And I did try my best, so I really hope that I did not make any electrical mistakes whatsoever, because those are not forgiving, and that means that I'd have to cut everything and bring it back out. So let's not hope for the worst. Let's always hope for the best. This is how the front came out. And there's parts that I probably will hang a little bit better, but that's once I get like the intercooler and the radiator and the fan shroud up in here. Like for example, that part right there, it kind of just sticks out. I don't really recall if it always stuck out that way, but in my past videos of when I took out the other OEM, or the same OEM harness, I mean, it looked like that too. So yeah, and I noticed it was just zip tied all up front right here. And then I have my grounds routed through the corners there and then there. And then this is how I did the ground. So it comes up from here, down there, right there, and it ends there. And then this is how the harness looks under here. I managed to fit a grommet in there. And that grommet is from Wiring Specialties. It was made for a GTR. And it actually fits. And yes, I did have to cut into it to get it to fit. Now these wires here are still exposed. I'm still waiting for terminals for the EA1 and the EA2. And I'm finding something that I can print, like a special bracket so I can put those down there. But this is how it's just gonna stay for now. And as soon as I get those in, then I'll finish covering all of that up and, you know, making it look all professional and like super clean. But yeah, that's how that looks. Now let me show you the other side. I just finished the ground not too long ago. I did make some last adjustments, but it's the same as the other side. Look at that. Yes. And of course this side of the harness is very, very thin. It barely looks like it's only a couple strands of wire. And then that's the OEM original boot. It's a little stuffed in there, but I'll clean it up. I'll prop it out a little later. Now, these wires here, I didn't do the connector on them. This is for the AC. And this is only going to be done after I get the AC lines in here. And yeah, this is just how everything looks. Battery cable is there. I had finished that. I showed you guys in a short what I kind of did with that. I'm eager for the next couple steps of the build. I'm just so excited. I'm one step closer, like a huge step closer, because now that I learned, you know, a lot of the basics of the electrical system and just how to even get this done, now I can apply all that knowledge to the engine harness, which I'm really excited for. Man, I'm terrified, but we got to do it, guys. We got to do it. Well, I hope you guys liked today's vlog. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Take care.